famous YouTuber has their own amazing YouTube channel. And they have all the followers in a Slack server. Slightly weird, but hey, it happens. Well, that's how you want to be able to do that. You want to be able to say, hey, new video, and YouTube's API will automatically say, hey, I'm going to go and send a Slack message using Slack's API. So we can use multiple APIs together. Now, this might still be a bit unclear. And it was for me when I started programming. I've been to a lot of hackathons. I've built stuff with APIs before. And I can tell you now, until my third year of university, I didn't fully understand them. And that's okay, because rather than just talking at you like certain professors who will go unnamed do, we're instead going to go and actually build something. So let's do that right now. I want you to go to this link on your screen right now, omg.ac/Jacklyn. And while you're doing that, I'm going to try and type it in chat for you to make your life a bit easier. Here you go. So I want you to head over to that link in chat right now, and we're going to build an API together while I explain how each part of it works. So let me do that right now. Oops. And spoilers, we're going to be building a Discord bot, but we're going to start pretty simply. So that link will hopefully take you to the AutoCode sign-up page. As I mentioned before, AutoCode is a way of using APIs in a much easier way than building it from scratch. But the skills you learn today are also transferable to building something just using normal JavaScript, using Python, using whatever. Also, before we keep going, I do want to call out one thing. I'm going to be going fairly fast because I only have an hour. But if you have questions or I'm saying something that doesn't make sense or you're confused, I really want you to tell me in chat as fast as you can. Basically be like, you're being dumb. What does this mean? Or you forgot to explain this. Can you tell me? Because I want to make sure you get the most out of this. So let's get on with it. First of all, you just go and type in your email address. I'm going to put Jacklyn plus, well, I've already got Jacklyn at autocode.com. So Jacklyn plus yeet at autocode.com. You should obviously use your real email. My username is I like sharks because why not? Not taken, incredible. And I'm not going to say my password on the call this time. I have once done that before and it ended very badly. So let's do that. Let's hit sign up. And AutoCode is free, by the way. You don't need to put credit card details in or anything like that because that would be really awkward for this workshop. Cool. When you get to this page, go fill this in. I am definitely not a professional engineer. Today we'll be building Discord/chatbots. And I personally like friendly communities because why not? So go fill in this onboarding. It shouldn't take too much longer. When it asks you which API you want to use today, we're going to be using Discord because Discord is really awesome. You can hit continue. Ignore this. We can skip past this, so hit skip. Also hit continue because I'm not going to make you pay money. And finally, when you get to this page, this is going to feel really counterintuitive. I need you to click blank project, not Discord example, and then start project. Once you have done that, I want you to type your favorite type of vegetable in chat so I know that you're at this point. I will be judging you on your decision of your favorite type of vegetable, just as a heads up. So choose carefully. We already know Tyler's is potato. Kelsey says, favorite vegetable, I hate most of them. Well, you've got to know one of them that is decent. Like, if you hate all of them, I hate to break it to you, but like, health is important, friend. Zucchini, fun fact, zucchinis are not called zucchinis in the UK. I had some American friends move to the UK. They were incredibly confused what a zucchini was. So that happened. That was unideal. It was very awkward. I've just realized as well, Zoom is using the not very flattering angle. There's the much better one. Got potatoes, cut potatoes. Is kiwi a vegetable? No, kiwi is a fruit, friend. Celery sucks. Carrots. Cool. A lot of you are talking about different types of vegetables. Hopefully, that means a lot of you are actually at the point and you're not just having a discussion about vegetables. I'll give people about 10 more seconds. When you do get to the point I said, make sure you are putting it in chat. Because I need to know we're ready to keep going. Also, shout out to Kelsey for thinking kiwi is a vegetable. I will now be spending the rest of the workshop relentlessly trolling you for saying that. Just saying. Our API is going to be all about how kiwis are not vegetables today. Got broccoli, cool. It looks like people are getting pretty far on, which is awesome.
Hi, sorry, just wonder what business automation are we using?
Say again, sorry?
What business automation are we using? Like, which one should I choose?
Oh, it's probably asking you silly questions. Let me have a look. You probably want to choose Is it on this page? Oh, leave this blank
Yeah.
and just tick auto code and then hit continue.
Okay.
Not auto code, Discord. Sorry.
Do I need to join the Discord community?
Nope. Just hit skip.
Thank you.
And then when you ask if you want to pay money, the answer is no, because you're students and you can't. So yeah. And then click blank project, start project, and it will take you to a page that looks a bit like this. Now, the cool thing about AutoCode is rather than me having to go and get you set up on your own Mac, we can actually just code in the browser and we can actually make a usable API really, really quickly. So you'll see here, there is some example code. What I want you to do is just save this code and let me really talk you through the first part of APIs that you probably want to know about. So APIs all have an endpoint. And you can see at the bottom, this is the endpoint for our API. And AutoCode is just automatically deploying your API as you hit save. So you could be deploying this on Google Cloud, on Azure. If you really hated yourself, you could deploy it on IBM Cloud. Like you can deploy it on literally anything. But if I go to this page, you'll see it's just going to say hello undefined. That's not very useful, is it? But you should see there is a view logs button here. And you'll see that some code seems to have run. And this code, this code here is what outputs this. And every time I go to my endpoint and I hit refresh, you'll see the code runs.
The second choice was answers were more impressive, but I guess they try to give everyone their first choice. So I'm going to enter first.
Whoever's having a conversation, it's a great conversation, but mute yourself if you're not chatting. Cool. So you'll see now we've gone and got like these logs and things are being output as expected. Well, that's pretty cool. Let me just really quickly show us how we can modify this. So let's make it so Kelsey never ever forgets that kiwi is not a fruit again. Let's build an API to remind Kelsey of that right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to delete all this code and we're just going to return something to our browser. We're going to say return and we're going to say, hey, Kelsey, how do you spell your name? Kiwi is not a vegetable. It would help if I spelled vegetable correctly. Cool. So now, when I go onto my browser and I hit refresh, it's saying it's currently saving. You'll see that my API, the endpoint, now returns our code. It says, hey, Kelsey, kiwi is not a vegetable. So, hey, we have just written an API. That is literally an API. And a GET request is returning some information. Now, bear in mind, we're just hitting refresh in Chrome right now, but we could be connecting to something else. So our API could be sending this over to Twitter and it could be tweeting rather than just showing it in our browser. And well, hey, building an API that just goes and returns something is useful. But what if we could build an API that rather than just going and returning some data into your browser, actually connected to Discord? We're going to build a Discord bot with the sole purpose of reminding Kelsey that kiwis are indeed not vegetables. And we're going to do it right now together. And by the end of this workshop, you will have all built a bot to remind Kelsey, because I feel like she needs lots and lots of reminders. So let's do that right now. And well, hey, let me think for a second. For now, let's make it so our code is run whenever someone goes to a page, Kelsey gets a message in Discord reminding her that kiwi is indeed not a vegetable. Okay, sound good to me? Milan says we love kiwis. Kiwis are indeed great. So what I want to do next is I want to go to omg.ac/discord if you do not already have a Discord account. If you already have a Discord account, please do not do this and instead open Discord. I'm going to send it in chat right now. omg.ac/discord is the link you need if you do not already have Discord downloaded. If you already have Discord downloaded, you should awkwardly sit here and do nothing for the next 2 minutes while I show people how to get set up in Discord. Use it to take a break. So let's head over to that link. It's going to take you to the Discord homepage. What I want you to do if you do not have Discord is click open Discord in browser and you can go and enter a username. You can enter whatever you want. This is just going to set us up with a Discord account to use. So I'm going to make my username, obviously, Kiwi Lover 128, because who doesn't love Kiwis? I personally think they're amazing. And once you've done this step, just verify that you are indeed you are a human, not a vegetable. Give it 3 to 5 business years to load, and you'll then need to go and type in your birthday. This is where I expose the fact I am indeed 24, which is indeed very, very sad. I'm gonna hit next, and then it's gonna ask you to create a Discord server. I know I'm going really fast, so if you're having struggles following along, this is the bit where I'm going to awkwardly sit here for a second and give you time to get caught up. So go to that link if you don't have Discord, go and get set up, and it's gonna go and create a server. And while you do that, Zoe is asking, is ketchup a smoothie if tomatoes are fruits? Please vote in chat now on your opinion on this question while people go and complete this step. I think personally, yes. I really do think yes. Ketchup is so this workshop we've declared that Kelsey doesn't know what a kiwi is and that ketchup is indeed a smoothie. That was a great use of time. Cool. Hopefully by this point, you're seeing this page. So we're going to hit create my own Discord server because we're going to need a test Discord server to be able to go and test our button. You want to hit skip this question for now and then just hit create. And hopefully set your topic to whatever you want. I'm just going to set it to Kiwis. Yours can literally be anything. Let's go to my server and just close this. Cool. So you should have something that looks like this. If you already have Discord, ignore everything I just told you to do. You don't need to do any of that. Instead, all I need you to do is click this add a server button on the sidebar and follow those last bits of instructions. So very, very simple. If you have Discord, click plus and just do what you just did. Otherwise, follow the instructions I just told you very, very fast. If you're confused, shout out and tell me why I was too fast and what you need to repeating. If you're not confused and you've got to this point, I want you to put a fruit in chat that Kelsey might also think is a vegetable. Tomatoes are actually lit, but potatoes are superior. That is an extremely, extremely controversial opinion. Mia says pineapple. Pineapple is indeed pretty good. I don't think pineapple is a vegetable though. Potato is a fruit, says Tala. Tala, dangerous game you're playing. Kelsey, yes, it is indeed actually a fruit, friend. It really is a fruit. Is cucumber a fruit because it has seeds? What a fries. How did this workshop already get to this point? We're 20 minutes in, friends. Cool. Let me know, genuinely give me like the name of a fruit in chat. And before any of you get sensible, yes, tomato is a fruit. When you've got to the point where you've got a server made. I know it might take a little while, and let me know if you need me to go back to do something again. And feel free to unmute if you do need help. I promise I don't bite, unless it's a kiwi, then I will bite it so I can eat it.
Hi.
Hey.
Sorry to bother, but I was trying to follow along on the AutoCode website, and I've put myself on my dashboard. I'm not really sure how to get to the site you were looking at.
You are all good. Thank you for shouting out, and you're not a bother at all. When you're on the dashboard, you should hopefully see a little blue new project button. Just give that a click, and that's literally what you need to do.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
No problem. Does anybody else have questions? Is anyone else confused or stuck? Because we went super fast to give people time to get caught up. And again, I need you to put your favorite fruit in chat when you got to this point, because I will just awkwardly sit here until you do. Like, I will happily sit for 20 minutes hearing all about kiwis in chat. So strawberries, says Maria, cool. Looking like people are getting to this point. Mango, apple, blueberry, cool. Suddenly, when I threatened to talk about kiwis for another 20 minutes, everyone's got to this point. Great news. We'll give people about 1 more minute to get to this point because you're going to need this ready to go. So while people are doing it, let me just really quickly recap. We have an endpoint, and an endpoint, when we send data to it or we visit it, it returns some data. In this case, it's currently just some text, but it could be anything else. And we're going to make it so rather than returning some text, our API is going to go and connect to Discord, and it's going to go and send a message in a Discord channel. Okay. Hopefully you will have a Discord server set up. If you don't worry, you're going to have time to catch up in just a second. It's time to write our API. So I want you to delete every single line of text that isn't the words const lib equals require and then all of this stuff. Just to really quickly explain what this is, AutoCode does some magic to connect to APIs for you. If you were developing off AutoCode, you would have to authenticate with Discord manually. And basically, TLDR, this is handling all of that logic for us. So rather than us having to handle all the authentication, AutoCode is handling it with this single line. And when you're connecting to an API, there's a couple of different ways you can do it. So Twitter's API, Discord's API, Facebook's API, every API, just like our API, just here, has its own endpoint. So we can go and send GET requests and POST requests if you've heard of them. And if you've not, they're just send data to them using our code. But that can get pretty complicated when we're building bigger apps. So other APIs have SDKs or libraries that we can go and include in our project to go and talk to them. For example, if you wanted to use Twitter's API and you're doing a Python project, then what you might want to do is you might want to use the Python library for Twitter because one exists. So there's lots of different ways to talk into APIs. And we're going to go and do some code right now where we're going to go and connect to Discord. And AutoCode is magic. So rather than having to go and find Discord's like boring SDK, we can instead just type the word lib dot, and it's going to automatically bring us up with a list of APIs that we can connect to. So let's go and say lib.discord. And well, I want to go and make it so that whenever I visit my link, it creates a message in a channel it sends. So let's go and type create, and you will hopefully see here where it says sends a message to a guild, text, thread, or DM channel. So when you see that, I want you to click it. And when you get to this screen, I want you to type yeet in chat, because apparently that is what the fellow kids say. Many yeets. See, Kelsey's gone from being like, I would rather talk about kiwis to this is heaven. This is amazing. Apparently yeet is kiwi for boomers. Today I learned, apparently all the cool kids say kiwi now. I would never have known. Awesome. A lot of you are slowly getting here. Don't worry, plenty of time while we wait for people to get here. So Simone just said yote. I'm fairly sure that's a past tense yeet, and I didn't realize you'd already done the step, friend. Rena has put the yeet in quotes as if Rena does not believe in the power of yeet, to which I'm extremely disappointed to hear. Incredibly disappointed. But people are still following along. We'll give people a second to get to this point. Just to recap how I got to this point, I deleted all the code in this file except line 3, and then I type lib.discord.create, and then I can just click send a message because it's going to autocomplete for me. Okay, gonna give you all 30 more seconds to get to this screen. Please do type yeet when you get to this point, so I know that you've kind of got vaguely to here. So many yeets. I feel like this is the sort of thing which my mum will walk into and she's just like, why are people shouting yeet at you in chat? I don't understand. I'm not quite sure how my mum would walk in. She's in a different country, but in my mind, she's not. So cool. It's looking like most of you at this point. So there's a couple of things you want to do. We want to send a message to a Discord server. Well, we want to send it to a certain channel. So what I want you to do is really quickly hop back over to Discord, and we're going to become developers, because who doesn't want to be the coolest kid developer in the world? And let me show you how to become a developer. Here is genuinely how you qualify as a developer. You ready? You press the cog icon. You press advanced, because being a developer is very advanced. And you flick this developer mode switch. And as soon as that turns green, you're officially a qualified developer. Congratulations, you can now drop out of university. So well done to all of you. You're now all developers. Please do that though, because if you're not a developer, you can't do this next step. And we really, really need you to all become developers really, really quick. So the next step, want to see all developers is to go and right-click a channel. Wow, Alexa, shut up. I know you're not a developer. I know you don't have an answer to it. Apologies, my Echo decided to go and talk at me. So you can all see yes. Now you're a developer. I'm going to go and right-click your text channel, and you should see this new super hacker button, which says copy ID. And non-developers can't see this because they've not qualified in being a developer. So I want you to go and copy your channel ID. And now we're going to do the most important part of programming. We're going to go back to autocode and we're going to paste it in, because who writes their own code? Autocode hilariously does not support paste when you right click the page. So you need to do Command V because logic. Cool. So you pasted in your channel ID. That's amazing. And the other thing I want you to do is in your content, type the message you want to be sent to your channel when someone hits your API endpoint. In my case, I'm going to just be reminding instead of someone that kiwis are not vegetables, because they are indeed not vegetables. And you will see that autocode has automatically generated the code to write this. You could write this yourself, but autocode is making it easier because it means I can explain what we're doing here. So to recap, we've just gone and got our Discord's channel ID, and we're going to go and send some data into that channel when someone visits our endpoint. So then let's hit finish configuring. There's one more little tweak we need to do. We want to return this. So on line 5 before lib, you want to put return. And then like a true developer, you want to remember to save. And on autocode, that will also automatically deploy your project. So your code should look vaguely like this at this point. If your code looks like this, that is amazing news. That means you're ready to go. So what happens when I visit my URL? Well, let's go to it. Let's hit refresh. Oh, I got an error. Well, if I go to Discord, wait, why am I not being reminded that kiwis are not a vegetables, friends? Something has gone very, very wrong. That's not great. That's not great. But let me know when you're at this point, because we're going to fix it together by typing I am a developer into Zoom chat, because you're going to need to be a developer to fix the next bit. Actually, real developers stalk Stack Overflow. They do, but they also copy paste in Stack Overflow. Big brain logic here. Kelsey's a sad art student. I thought you were a Kiwi student. Don't be silly. A lot of people are getting to this point. I'll give you all a bit longer. When your code looks like this, you're ready to go. Remember, you don't need to actually write this code. That would be boring. I just remembered I have notes next to me. I forgot I had notes instead of just kind of going off my memory on this. That would have been useful to look at 20 minutes ago. Whoops. Cool. You've run some code. Amazing news. We've got an endpoint. It's deployed, but it's not sending. Before I go and tell you all, can anyone tell me why this isn't working? Why is my API not sending any data into Discord? Can anybody guess? I'm really curious. Let me know in chat, or feel free to shout out if you can see why it's not working. Kelsey, you wish you knew? Give me a guess, because you might be right. Everyone can be right sometimes. And like, I believe in you, Kelsey. So tell me, why do you think it's not working? And anyone, feel free to have a guess. It's a safe space. Like, I promise you, I probably shouted out stupider answers before. But I want to hear some ideas. Maybe there's no input to the command, maybe. Not quite, but really good idea, because that can cause similar issues. You need a special password, says Simone. Ooh, you're onto something. What do you think we need a password for, Simone? What do you think we need to authenticate with? Oh, here we go. Yes, you're right, Simone. And Kelsey just got it. Kelsey, see, you said you couldn't do it and you just did. We need a Discord API token. Okay, that might sound a bit scary. So let me really quickly explain authentication with APIs. Yeah, big brain energy right here. Before I explain that though, Long's asked me to go and get channel ID. Absolutely, Long. So hop over to Discord. When you're in Discord, you need to make yourself a developer. by clicking on the cog icon, then advanced, and then flick for switch. And then right click for channel name, copy ID. That is how you get your channel ID. Cool. So tokens are how we authenticate with an API. Because right now, we've got this Discord server, we've got this bot, and we're asking this bot to send a message into this Discord server. But right now, Discord doesn't know who to send it as, and it doesn't know we can be trusted. I'm sure Western has its own Discord server. Imagine if without telling that server who you are, you could send as many pages of Kiwis into every channel as you wanted. That would end really badly, and that is why being able to authenticate is really important. Another example of where you might go and use a auth token is Twitter. So you're using Twitter's API. Well, Twitter needs to know who to send things as. It needs to know who to pretend to be effectively, so it knows what it can access. Because otherwise, imagine if your API was insecure. You could read everyone's messages. You could send messages as anyone. You could say it was Google Calendar. You could go and add things onto their calendar. So you could modify Kelsey's calendar to say every 2 hours that she needs to go and buy more Kiwis. That would be really bad, right? We don't want that to happen. And so that's why authentication is important. Now, again, hashtag ad, AutoCode makes it a little bit easier. So I don't have to go and explain this all from scratch. So hopefully, if you did everything right, you should see it say linked resources, the Discord logo, and say one required, which basically means, hey, you forgot to authenticate, go authenticate. If you see this, just type red in chat because it's red, just to make sure that the first bit of workshop worked for everyone. Red, couple of reds. It's evidently working for at least 2 people. Kiwis are not red, friend. Kiwis are indeed not red. Rouge, at least 4 people, 5 people are at this point. That's good news. Kelsey, I'll count that as a red. Looking like a lot of you are there. Don't be quiet. If you're getting confused at why you're not here, please let me know in chat how I can help.
Sorry, I missed, like, how do we get to that page?
You're all fine. Did you go through did you miss the first 10 minutes of the workshop where I showed you how to send it to AutoCode?
Oh, no, I got that. I just
Amazing.
wonder, like, how do I get to the token part?
The token part. So are you in the editor currently?
Yeah, I'm there.
Do you see in the bottom corner, it just says it just down here?
Yeah.
Then you're in the right place.
Oh, that's okay.
That's
Sorry,
it.
I thought I missed something.
No,
Okay.
you're doing it entirely right. Don't worry. Cool. Anyone else stuck? Anyone else got questions before I keep going? Because this is where it's going to get slightly big brain energy. Cool. So let's click one required, and it's going to open up this. And it's going to say, hey, please connect to Discord. So we're going to say link, and then link new resource. Now, when you're developing your own app, you're not going to have a very nicely curated for a workshop like walkthrough like this, unless you're using AutoCode. But basically every single API you might want to go and connect to uses a developer portal of some description. And if we click this link, it's going to let us go to Discords. Now, what is a developer portal? Well, we need to tell the service we're trying to use. So Discord own the Discord API, and we need to tell the Discord API, hello, I want to create an application for your service, because otherwise they can't trust us. We don't authenticate with an API with our own username and password. That would be incredibly insecure. So when you're here, in the corner, which we got here by clicking this link where it says Discord Developer Portal, I want to go and click New Application. And you can call your application anything you want. But I'm going to go and call it the best thing. I'm going to call it KiwiBot. But you can call it literally anything. And I'm going to hit create. Now, heads up, if you just went and created a brand new Discord account, you're going to need to really quickly hop over to your email and verify it. So let me do that right now before I forget to do that. So I'm just going to open Gmail on another window real quick, and I'm just going to go and grab my verification link. You'll need to do the same thing. Totally fine though. hopefully you did get a verification email. If you're like me and you didn't get a verification email and it says you need to verify your email to perform this action, what I need you to do is go back to Discord, click the cog icon for user settings, and add an email and password on this big red box. If you already had a Discord account, you've done this probably already, so you can skip this step. But if you just create the Discord account for this workshop, you need to go and do this. My email is obviously Jacklyn plus Kiwi @autocode.com, and my password is password 123. Wow, it's not going to let me do that. Cool. Thanks. I'll just smash my keyboard. Cool. And then you should get a verification email. Discord asks you to do this for the sake of making it so people can't create spam. It'll send you a verified email link, and then we just want to go and plop this in. And then we're verified and we can do everything that we need to do. Awesome. If any of you are having problems doing that though, please let me know, because I want to know if the world is ending for you. So we're now gone and verified our Discord email, and we now should be able to go back over to developer portal and make it work. So let me just really quickly reopen Discord. So on one tab, I have my Discord server. In the other tab, I have my create an application page, and I'm going to go and create KiwiBot. And it's going to make me log in again because Discord's UX is really great. I love life sometimes. Do you ever like really regret face against the keyboard to type a password about 2 minutes after doing it in a live workshop? Because that's what's happening for me right now. I guess I'm sending a password reset live in a workshop. This is to give you time to catch up. This was obviously entirely scripted and is in no way caused by me being really, really dumb. Never would make that mistake ever. Like who accidentally screws that during a workshop? Let me go grab my password reset. I love it when the world goes well. Don't you just love it when things go perfectly? Like you're doing a presentation for class and you know, everything goes entirely perfectly. Cool. Let's log in again now. Awesome. That wasn't awkward at all. No, not at all. In the process, I've also lost Zoom chat. There we go. Cool. So yeah, liking Kiwis also wasn't planned. So we've got our Discord server. We've gone into AutoCode. We've hit Discord developer portal. We're going to click new application, and we should now be able to go and create our application. Amazing. When you get to this page, I want you to type Kiwi in chat so I know that you're here and you're ready to harness the power of Kiwis. Christiana is saying Kiwis. River's saying Kiwis. River's saying Kiwis. So many Kiwis. Can we make a Discord bot order Kiwis to Freshco? Yes. Erica, sorry, what is your question?
For some reason, I didn't get like an authentication email.
In terms of like to verify your email?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you on Discord, just hit the cog icon, and then you should see a big red box here where you can type in your email and it will send you one. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
I have an email there and I checked that email box, but nothing is there.
Is it asking you to verify your email?
Yeah, it had like a red box and say verify your email, but then I checked my mailbox, nothing is there.
That's pretty bad. Try hitting edit and just put in your email again, maybe in your password.
Okay.
I have no idea if that will work, but like it might do. Also check spam, says chat. That's a good idea. Try refreshing is also another good idea. You might just need to refresh. But yeah, just if that doesn't work, just try re-entering your email is my advice.
Okay, thank you. I'll look for that.
No problem. Friends, just really quick question. So Tala had a really good question. Can we make a Discord bot to order Kiwis from Freshco? I believe you can. Freshco API even. I can't spell fresh today. They don't have an API. Does Loblaws have an API? It appears that Loblaws does indeed have an API. So there is your answer, Tala. Go to Loblaws. What I can say is I can assure you it is technically possible to do it using web scraping. because I did once make it so I could order a pizza using a Discord bot by scraping the Domino's website. So it's technically possible, just don't necessarily recommend it because it breaks every single terms of service for every single grocery store. Cool. We're at this point. Hopefully it's all working for you. So let me really quickly explain another thing that we should talk about. So I want you to click the OAuth2 tab, and we're going to see a client ID and a client secret. And a client ID and a client secret is how we authenticate as a user. And this is going to let AutoCode authenticate or do actions on behalf of our Discord bot, our Discord account, effectively. And it's using a client ID and a client secret. What I would recommend you think of these as is a username and a password. And that is how you authenticate with an API, using a client ID and a client password. And the word OAuth2, because it's a slightly strange term, just means login system. And a lot of different systems use OAuth2. Discord uses it because it's a standard, basically. Apparently Instacart has an API which you can use to go and order kiwis for anyone who's curious. Cool. So let's head back over to AutoCode. Let's follow these instructions. So we've done all of this bit. We've created our application. If I hit next step, it's going to ask us to copy paste our client ID and client secret. I have every faith that you're all capable of doing this. So let's do that right now. Let's copy my client ID. I'm going to copy my client secret. It's going to look like something like this. When you've got your client ID and your client secret copy pasted, I want you to go and type Kelsey in chat just to make sure no one has forgotten who our main Kiwi lover is today. I feel like everyone is currently checking how to spell Kelsey's name before typing it. Cool. Give people a bit of time to go and get those copy pasted. It's a little bit difficult to find, and you need to have that verified email if you are new to Discord. I'm going to say as well, if you are stuck behind, obviously I have limited time. I only have 10 minutes, which is why I'm going left, which is why I'm going pretty fast. But don't worry, because we do have a little YouTube video I'm going to link to at the end to have a go at doing this all really, really quickly. So I'll give people just one more minute to go and get to this point. If you've already done this and you want to keep going, hit next step. You can do the next step without me. Just follow the instructions in the prompt. But I'll be there in just a second. Hopefully, though, a lot of you have got to that point. So let's hit next step. It's going to ask us to copy paste something else in. I'm just following the instructions on this prompt. So I'd recommend you do the same. I'm going to go to OAuth2. I'm going to go and add a redirect. I'm going to paste that in. And this is just basically saying, hey, this is what this API is authenticating with. So I'm going to hit save. I'm going to go back into AutoCode. And I'm just going to keep following these instructions. So if you're behind, just keep following these instructions. I don't have time to wait, but don't worry. Just follow along in your own time. Okay, the next thing you want to go and do is build a Discord bot. And we need to get a bot token. We just talked about them. They're going to let us authenticate and be our bot. So send messages on behalf of our bot. So, well, let's do this. I'm going to hit bot and then add bot. So bot, add bot. I'm going to hit yes. Bazinga, I have a bot. Kiwi bot is alive. What incredible news. So I'm going to hit copy for my token. Then I'm going to head back into AutoCode. I'm going to paste in my token into the rather convenient box it provides. And finally, after all of those difficult steps, I'm going to hit finish and we're going to write some code. The final step before we write some code is you're going to get this little pop-up. When you get this pop-up, it means things have gone really well in your life. Everything we just did worked perfectly. We're going to add it to my server. You should add it to yours. We're going to hit continue. We're going to do what every developer does. And rather than locking down these permissions, if you're ever building your own thing and you connect into an API, you should only ever use the things you need in the API. You shouldn't authorize it for things you don't need. But because I have 8 minutes left, I'm just going to hit authorize right now because that is what we call security. And then I'm going to take this box saying I'm indeed a human. And well, hey, it's turned green. I can hit finish linking. And I'm going to take a deep breath. When under linked resources, you have a nice little green dot on your Discord logo. I want you to type in chat your least favorite vegetable, because we just went pretty fast there, but hopefully at least one of you followed along. Kelsey's saying kiwis again. Kelsey, we just roasted you for the last 50 minutes. When will you learn that kiwis are indeed a fruit? Cool. Hopefully some of you will get to this point. I know I did just went pretty fast. Rena's got to this point, and that's great news. Beets aren't great, I agree. Brussels sprouts, also not great. Okay. Believe it or not, you now have a Discord bot that lets you spam a Discord server with reminders that kiwis are not vegetables. So as you all finish that off, let me show you this. So I have my Discord server, and we can see that KiwiBot has joined the channel, which I went and copied the ID for. I have my endpoint that we created earlier. Remember, this is what is down here on autocode. And now, every time I refresh this page, every single time, you might be hearing it dinging, I get a message sent into Discord reminding Kelsey that indeed kiwis are not vegetables. If you have got your very own message like this sending properly, type kiwi in chat, because that is great news. Kiwi, it's looking like at least 2 of you have done it. Well done, River. Well done, Erica. It works, says Kelsey. You're officially a developer. Congratulations. You have just connected your own API, which you've created, to Discord's API, and Discord's API was authenticated through a OAuth token. An OAuth token is basically a username and password for an API, and you made it go and send things into a Discord server. Wow, we just learned a lot fast. That was pretty full on, right? That was intense. And I bet a lot of you are currently slightly mind blown and you're slightly exhausted because we've gone super fast today. We have 5 minutes left. I think we can improve our bot in one more way, because there's one part of APIs I haven't really explained yet that you might want to know. Currently, we're just manually hitting our endpoint, which is just the URL. And when we hit it, it sends some data to Discord. But APIs can also be triggered by other events. So wouldn't it be cool if every time Kelsey sent a message into Discord, our bot reminded her that kiwis are not vegetables on every single message, so we don't have to go and manually refresh that URL? Well, we can use an event to do that. If you're writing your code, you would basically try and catch an event, but let me just show you how to do this in autocode because it's magic. You ready? See up here where it says HTTPS, request or webhook? I want you to click that, and let's make it so our code runs on an event that happens in Discord. So we want to customize this. We're on Discord, and I want it to run on message.create. Then I want you to hit OK. It's going to give you this big warning message saying, hey, I'm going to automatically rename your file. That is fine. Just hit save. And it's going to go and save and automatically deploy our endpoint. And believe it or not, you've just built a Discord bot that when an event happens in Discord, it automatically sends data to our API and it goes and sends it back to Discord when it's worked out how to do that. Let me show you. If I open Discord now and I go and say hello, well, KiwiBot is going to remind me that kiwis are indeed not vegetables. Phew, well, I've got it working. Has anyone else managed to get KiwiBot working so quickly? Hopefully, at least a couple of you have, because that was pretty difficult, but it's looking like hopefully a couple have you just managed. This is great. This is magic. Amazing. Well done. You just created cool stuff. You should be really, really proud of yourself. Okay. You have 3 minutes left. If you're still working on getting that bit working, do not worry. You should keep doing that. But if you have got it working in this last 3 minutes, let's do one more thing. We've been telling Kelsey that kiwis are not vegetables, but believe it or not, in the world, more people than Kelsey exist. So let's make it so our Discord bot pings the person who sent the message in the Discord channel. Because when I said there was one more thing I wanted to talk about, there's also one more thing. APIs can send data. Right now, by refreshing that web page, we weren't really sending any data. And currently, well, this API is sending data. It's sending data to Discord. But every time someone sends a message into Discord chat, well, conveniently, that data is sent over to here. And on AutoCode, we access that using context. So let's make it so our Discord bot tags the user who talked. So in your content, I want you to do context.params.event, and you should see in here somewhere, it's say author, so author.id. So you're going to autocomplete to this. Now, autocomplete is slightly weird if we did that in square brackets, which is why we didn't. So now you've got that, copy it. And in here, we're going to do some fancy JavaScript. We're going to do $, curly brackets. And then I'm just going to type this syntax, just copy it when it's done. It's a horrible syntax because Discord. So we're going to do. No, that was wrong. Well done. I've already messed it up. That's quite impressive. Like, I'm quite proud of myself there. Do. You want to make your code look like this, and you want to get rid of Kelsey's name because Kelsey. And when you've done that, believe it or not, you've just got to make it so data that Discord is sending to our API is being used in our API. So rather than just, hey, I'm going to go and sit here and do absolutely nothing with that data, we're now using it. So I'm going to go and show you in the interest of time. I'm just going to go and copy paste this line into chat for anyone who is trying to get it working. So I'm going to hit save. I'm going to wait for it to deploy. When it deploys, this is going to turn green. Amazing. I saved. Then finally, I'm going to go head back in here. I'm going to say kiwi. And my bot, fingers crossed, is going to, I messed up the syntax. That is not the amazing end I was hoping for. It happens though, don't worry. Typos happen. We head back. I think we don't need the exclamation mark. I think that's what I screwed up. So let's get rid of the exclamation mark, friends. And we're now going to do the big reveal without messing it up. I'm going to say kiwi. And it's going to reply to us by tagging us saying, hey, at KiwiLover128, kiwis are not vegetables. So get rid of that exclamation mark from what I copy pasted in chat. And that's it. We just built a Discord bot, but the Discord bot authenticates to Discord with an OAuth token. And it goes and uses the API we just built to go and receive data from Discord, do things with that data, and then send its own data back. That is how APIs work. It goes and lets you send data, receive data, and in the process of that, do really cool things. And that's it. We've hit 8:01. Your mind is probably slightly blown. So if you want to watch the well-produced, slightly shorter version of how to do this, head over to omg.ac/discord-bot-video. There's also a YouTube channel. We're going to throw more stuff up at omg.ac/YouTube if you want to learn a bit more about this stuff. The team here do have their own workshop feedback form as well. But if you're feeling really, really kind, fill in mine as well, because that means I know how to actually write a workshop next time. This is the first time I've ever run a workshop for AutoCode. So thank you for your patience while we learned all about kiwis. But I'm going to go and put all of these links in chat for you right now. And I'm going to stick around for a bit if people do have questions. So do not worry. But congratulations to each and every one of you who did manage to get that deployed. And if you didn't, don't worry. When in doubt, blame Tala. But thank you so much to everyone who just came along. It was super great. Feel free to stay in touch. My socials are awkwardly at the bottom of my screen. Feel free to throw questions in chat, both about whether I like kiwis or not, but also about what I just tried to teach you. And if you do have questions, feel free to unmute for them in chat. I'm here to try and answer. But the most important thing is you are all now officially developers. So if you're getting imposter syndrome, do not worry, because you are now officially qualified developers, at least in my book.
Thank you so much, Jacklyn. That was the best workshop ever. I think a lot of people can agree. Lots of excitement in the chat. And I think also Zoe and Milan are sending in a form, another feedback form for us. So if you fill that out, you'll be entered to win a t-shirt, and we will email the winner tonight. So make sure to fill that in. Fill in Jacklyn's type, her feedback form as well. And then that will enter you into our
Do we
giveaway.
also win a kiwi? Do we get a kiwi as well as a t-shirt?
Okay, next year
Next
for
year.
that, we'll do a kiwi fruit basket.
Incredible. So you've all got to stick around for a year. No dropping out in the next year if you want that kiwi fruit basket. Make sure you stick around, stay in school, kids.
Yes.
Kelsey's like,
great.
see you next year. Thank you so much for coming, everyone. I hope you learned something new, and hopefully that wasn't super boring. I know we went super fast, but do watch the video if you want to go slower. The reason we go so fast is I want to go and like get you actually building something cool. And congratulations to everyone who did manage to build something cool. Seriously, if you managed to follow along live, it's super impressive, especially in an hour. So well done.
Good job, everyone.
Cool. Well, I guess we awkwardly sit here and say bye now. Thanks everyone who did come as well. It's been awesome seeing you all. And hopefully I'll see you at Hack Western or other cool stuff.
Yes, Jacklyn, you're an MLH coach too.
I am an MLH coach in disguise. That means the person, if you've ever been to hackathons, you've seen someone in one of those blue t-shirts who awkwardly stands on front of the stage and says, hey, I'm insert name here from Major League Hacking, blah, 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 blah. That's also me. So I might see Kelsey at Hack Western. I will genuinely bring you a kiwi if I see you at Hack Western. How does that sound? She Hacks is also awesome. I'd love to go to She Hacks. You'll probably see a mentor. You can mentor everyone on kiwis. Like, problem solved.
Make a Discord bot for She Hacks. Automatic win.
That is actually big brain energy. If you go into hackathons, you can literally totally build a bot for this. I once built a bot actually using autocode and won a Nintendo Switch. So hey, like apparently I can be successful occasionally. It is possible. And that is why building cool stuff is cool. Cool. Thanks for coming, everyone.
Thank you. Good night.
Have a great one, Erica.